Tuesday. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jalen Hurts and the Cleveland Browns taking on Justin Fields and the Baltimore Ravens.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4 from the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Hurts gets this one to Juszczyk. That catch good for only a couple.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just...
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Browns are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be brought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measure. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. On first down, Hurts being chased out left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Van Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letter.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this?
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Van Jefferson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fields. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. Still fighting for more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Oliver.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
On 1st down, Fields. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin with a bit of a rare matchup. Tampa Bay on the road in Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who are out in front. 3 touchdown passes there for Mac Jones. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. DeAndre Swift with a rushing touchdown there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Fields. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense. Open things up, because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of what. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deebo Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. He lets it fly for Lockett. And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his left. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes. And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers. Get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback. And he's surprised.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
They'll run with McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jalen Hurts, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's Fields. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the 50, here's Fields. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw is Fields. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And oh, it's blocked. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing? And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Fields now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Fields. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They snap it to Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts, flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Cleveland, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina.